Okay, I can't believe I'm ranting about this again, but everyone's still talking. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, racism. Ryan Clark made a video attacking RG3 the other day. In the process, name dropped me and Keith Olbermann, which is the biggest insult of all time. Like, don't ever put me in the same sentence with Keith Olbermann. Guy's a certified jackass.
When RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train, and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy, as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain.
You have race baiters on the left, race baiters on the right, everybody trying to make this rivalry about race. And yes, I'm sure there are some black people who hate Caitlin just because she's white. I'm sure there's white people who hate Angel just because she's black. But I want to speak for what I feel is Caitlin Clark fans, and not just flyby. I've been following Caitlin now 3-4 years, seen every single one of her games, followed the WNBA, all of it, followed Angel Reese. And the way Ryan Clark just drops my name like hate, that like Caitlin Clark fans or Fever fans or Iowa Hawkeye fans don't have a right or a reason to hate Angel Reese like she's a victim out of the clouds just because of the color of their skin is infuriating. Caitlin fans have every reason to hate Angel Reese. And I say hate in like the sports sense, like you hate your rival. I hated Peyton Manning. Red Sox fans hate Yankee fans. Fever fans, Caitlin fans should hate Angel Reese. Angel Reese has been nothing but an instigator, agitator, and jackass, basically, for the last couple of years. Yes, it started in the NCAA final, which we all saw when Angel, no one even knew who she was at this point, taunted and harassed Caitlin for like 10 to 15 to 20 seconds after the championship was over, pointing at the finger, doing this thing to her, stalking her up and down the court. To this day, I've asked many people, show me an example of a player winning a championship and acting like that. Zero examples except Angel Reese.
And I mean, to summarize this, and I'm going to continue into this conversation, to summarize this, I said this the other day. When we remove our bias as far as from a racial perspective, because when things start to become all about race, now it's affected the WNBA. And it's only because you got Caitlin Clark in the WNBA. When you remove the racial aspect of it, it is normal. It has been normal for an extended period of time, and maybe it's just the simping and the black woman that's been stoking this conversation. It's been normal for an extended period of time for you to hate your rivals. That has been healthy when it comes to the profitability and the success of a sport. Why is it so difficult to understand?
And I know what I heard Stephen A say it. I heard people, well, that's what Caitlin used to do. It's just a taste of her own medicine. That's just a myth. That's a lie. That never happened. You may be able to find a clip of Caitlin doing this to after hitting a shot or going back down the court or even to her trainer, never stalking another player. Every clip that has Caitlin Clark doing that or doing something, it's 1 second long and then conveniently cut. Find me the whole circumstance which you say Caitlin acted like Angel Reese. Never happened. If that was the only incident, this thing's probably dead. But Angel Reese has doubled down, tripled down, quadrupled down, actually built her entire persona about being like Caitlin's rival, even though talent-wise they're not in the same stratosphere. But you name it, and Angel Reese has done it, whether it's after Kennedy Carter knocked Caitlin down on that cheap shot and Angel jumped off the bench doing the lambada, whether Angel Reese has gone on social media and liked other posts of people being like, the only reason people like Caitlin is she's white and all Caitlin fans are racist. Yes, she likes shit like that online. How about when you're asked a question at a press conference and Angel Reese is like, people aren't just watching for Caitlin, they're watching for me. This is my league.
I'll look back in 20 years and be like, yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too, and I want y'all to realize that.
How about after Angel
He pulling all the receipts, ain't he?
Reese whacked her in the head with a flagrant foul after the game, being like, some people get a special whistle, I guess.
And what if that had been Caitlin Clark that had did that? The little minor foul that she made on Angel Reese the other day. Boy, you seen people coming out of the woodwork and they was acting like somebody just completely stole her puppy. Real talk. Just came out of the woodwork and everybody was willing to just jump off a bridge because it was a little hard foul. But when they was trying to kill Caitlin Clark over these last few years, everybody was just eerily silent. Hey, take your L. Rookie season. Take care of business. Do what you got to do, ma'am. Nobody cared. Nobody tripped. Nobody cared. Everybody was just like, hey, that's just basketball. But now that it's Angel Reese, it's not basketball anymore. Now we need to make sure that we check this and make sure the NBA address the racial aspect of this and get behind it.
Going back and looking at the film, I've seen a lot of calls that weren't made. I guess some people got a special whistle.
It's just literally one thing after another, culminating in the other night when a clear, take foul that shouldn't have been a flagrant, and Angel gets up and basically attacks Caitlin Clark. What has Caitlin Clark said about Angel or ever been rude? Nothing. She just lets her play speak for itself on the court. So spare me the race narrative for 99% of Caitlin Clark fans. If you root for a player, and I became a Caitlin fan because I had never seen a female basketball player, black or white, play like she does. Pull up from the logo three, dimes all over the court, like eyes in the back of the head. It has nothing to do with the color of her skin. There's been tons of white superstars. None of them have captivated a country like Caitlin has. You have what? Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, Sabrina, now Paige Buchers. None of them do what Caitlin do. None of them play like Caitlin do. So that's why she's so popular. And the jealousy or the hatred that, yes, Angel Reese has towards her and has consistently shown makes Caitlin fans hate her. And in things like the other night, why is Caitlin Clark being asked about racism? What does she have to do? She has never said one thing racist. Her fans just love her. But if you have one player who's constantly poking at you, constantly prodding, constantly degrading you, constantly doing these things, yes, you're going to fucking hate her. It has nothing to do with the color of the skin. I'm sick of the Ryan Clarks. I'm sick of the Stephen A's. I'm sick of ESPN making it a race issue. You have a superior basketball player who constantly has someone below taking shots at them, won't shut up, and then plays the victim. She said she wanted to be the villain. She's like, I'll be the villain. I'll be the bad guy. It's made her rich. It's made her popular. If she didn't have Caitlin, nobody would know who she is. If Caitlin didn't have Angel, it would be the same popularity for Caitlin. So can you please stop with the victim and the race? There's a reason Caitlin fans have that we don't like Angel Reese, and it's fair. It's sports. Rivalries are fine. But every time they play, the reason we don't...
He's 100% right. I don't see anything that he said. He pulled all the receipts. He captured all of the backlog of what's happened in the past. And more importantly, he emphasized that we wouldn't even be talking about Angel Reese if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark. I don't know how true that is, but it sounds pretty true. And then also on top of that, like I said it before and I'm going to say it again, that it's okay to hate your basketball rival because that is how sports has always been. We're not going to change it because a bunch of feminists feel like they can be Tuesday afternoon quarterbacks that don't even watch the game. And now they want to start to make this a gender thing and a race thing when it comes to the WNBA. Nah, we're not doing that. We said what we said. Obviously, Caitlin Clark is the better player, and she is the person that is carrying the WNBA on her back. And people like Ryan Clark want to make it about race because they can't talk about how superior Angel Reese is as far as her game. That's just the way that it is. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon link is in the description. Also, Teach Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. I love you. I appreciate you. What do you think about Dave's point on this whole situation? Let me know inside of the chat.